That's a Chaos Knight coming out as the final pick.
He's going to go for the break facet. That's interesting. Irrationality, there it is. Yeah, okay.
Cool. Maybe not too sad about this. You first phase that Darkseer into the TA. The Darkseer's getting levels and free farming. It usually works out for you. And this is the biggest liability in this game for me, the Cuckoo Silencer. There's just not a lot to stop him feeding to this Bounty Hunter roam.
Nice pick me up right on top of the Shadow Shaman. Miposhka's definitely going to die here. And it's just
as you were looking to, well, skew this lane back into your favor. It's going to come down to what Collapse gets.
To be an anchor around this top lane.
Not enough damage coming out from this duo. I will say that the synergy with this lane is not the greatest Chaos Knight synergy lane that has existed in the history of this hero. Like, usually you're looking for a support that benefits from the stun to set up something like an AA or...
Oh, this is not going to be good for Spirit. Outnumbered in the fight for the Wisdom Shrine. I can't believe they went for this, frankly.
That was extremely bold with supports off the map. Well, App's going to have to fight for the other one here. And he's not
winning that fight. 23, he's stacking up the quills, and he will secure it.
Big win for him.
Yutoro's going to come over, though. Might be able to punish. Does not get the break. Gets the silence, but I think they've still got him. You think that's worth it? Trading your carry's life for the Wisdom Shrine?
Probably not. I think you'd rather have 23 Savage free farming and staying alive. But it does create a level disparity amongst the supports.
Yeah,
helps the silencer at least.
Yoakum, he's going to go down. Miposhka, he will also fall. So 1-for-1 trade-off in the mid lane. Laurel continuing to be pressured by Talon non-stop. Mikoto even takes the extra space, chipping away at this mid tower. It's almost dead already.
Creates a constant threat. Traps are already online. Hard for supports to get in here without Mikoto seeing them unless you're going to smoke. You're just not going to do that this early in the game, and he'll get a DD while the fight breaks out bottom.
Yutoro trying to juke him out here. He's going to turn back around, go for the kill onto the Marcy. WS does manage to get out the Rolling Thunder and will roll away from Laurel. He will live.
No matter what your lineup looks like, and it is a hero that can just drag everybody else to the finish line.
And especially since the Pango, ooh, maybe I spoke too soon. Was going to say the Pango's having a good game. Oh, Global Silence. It's going to let him get off the Rolling Thunder and get out of here. Again, WS is going to escape death. He's going to try and help Miposhka. Rolling on him, half HP on Yutoro, but Mikoto, he kind of braved this a little bit too much. He was having such a great game, and all for naught now.
That's a tough lane to fight into. Spirit are going to bring reinforcements. Maybe they get a turnaround here. Spirit, are you overextending?
Doesn't go for the pick-me-up, just lands onto 2. Puts himself on the front lines. Unfortunately, the disables are a problem for Talon. Jokum just not able to do what he wants to with that ultimate. And WS, he will live, but it's a lot of gold, a lot of experience, and also track gold on top of that for Team Spirit. That was a massive swing. Weird stuff. Well, learning something new every day. A little bit of new meta. Collapse, gonna be jumped upon, and quickly, maybe not so quickly, dealt with, but he will be dealt with eventually.
That's a really nice kill for Talon.
And they are going to still fight this one, despite not having a Darkseer in this fight anymore. And half HP on Yutoro already off the Rolling Thunder. He still goes for the kill and does manage to get it, but he's going to die for it. Even though you've got track on your side, this exchange was not worth it for Team Spirit. 2 cores for a support and a little bit of track gold. Not worth it.
Well, they'll use the Giga Ward to Roche. This is absolutely what you can do with this. You can do it a lot earlier than this, but they'll take it at the 15-minute mark. However, they do get scanned out. And Blink arriving for the Pango Rolling Thunder.
Oh, yeah, 23 Savage, he wants to fight, so.
They absolutely can fight this. They have the ability, they have the items. Just a matter of getting into the pit.
And Ward is almost dead, too. Oh, pick me up, beautiful landing onto 2. This Marcy continues to impress, but at the same time, 23 Savage, inside of this vacuum, it's a little awkward. Just brought back into the wall. Laurel, though, he'll die to Roshan. Roshan's almost dead. This Rolling Thunder, it's going to be a pickup. You fight between Yutoro, and Yutoro does manage to get the Aegis. He picks it up just in the nick of time. Now Mikoto's got to head for the hills as Yutoro takes advantage of the extra life. He runs down WS and fights for more. Chases after Mikoto on a sliver of HP, but he blinks away. Not able to turn on Yutoro thanks to that Aegis. Yutoro
not his finest blink, but Tumbler Toy, he was already prepared for it.
That's true. Wonder what his options were that he chose Tumbler Toy.
Probably not great.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like a TA item to me. Smoke up. They don't have 23 Savage here, though. He's teleporting in late.
He's really low mana, too. This Bristle's sitting on 250 mana. Not really in a position to take a long fight.
Yeah, and you're just going to run into Yotaro first? That's not really what you want. 23 Savage puts himself on the front lines here.
Gotta remember, that Axe costs 125 mana. That's half his mana pool right now. This is a little dubious. Someone's got to boost this guy up. You have Arcane Boots in a little bit.
Team Spirit, they just back it up, plant vision, fight around that vision. Jokum is trying so hard to make this fight happen. They may get caught off almost immediately as Rolling Thunder is trying to spare him right now. Jokum with the Essence Ring might be able to survive. There goes a wall vacuum going out. Makoto, he's trying to run away from Yotaro. He does not want to be caught inside of this Phantasm. They're chasing after him with the Refraction. There goes the Silencer, quick and clean. A fast kill. WS trying to deal with the backline while Makoto gets overwhelmed by the Chaos Knight. They still go for the supports. They still manage to get it, but now it's feast or famine, and it looks like all feasting here for Team Spirit. They're going to just get so many track kills off of this. They're going to finish off the last member of Talon. That's going to be WS, a roll up. It's only going to bail him out for so long. In the end, got 1 kill on a Shadow Shaman. They gave up 5 at Talon. They tried really hard to take a fight and forced it far too hard. So terrible when you're matched up against a bounty hunter. I mean, Team Spirit got like 4,500 gold off of that fight, because I imagine they had at least 3 track kills, maybe 4.
They got everything they wanted there, and continuing to try and feast.
Oh, he didn't actually pick up Cuckoo. The movement speed certainly isn't going to save him.
Cuckoo too heavy to be lifted to safety.
Apparently. Yotoro's just not getting the breaks, man. He's getting the silences, getting the disarms. Doesn't matter. There goes the break, and now he gets the kill.
Not a good sign for Talon. Yotaro just taking down your carry solo. A lot of extra resources.
Yeah.
And resources, it translates to map control pretty directly.
Goes for the kill on the Pango. Global Silence gonna be popped, but WS might. Okay, he rolls up, and he gets a Rolling Thunder off, stunning up Yotaro, but he still ends up dying. A Shuriken came out of nowhere. Rue, he bounces one off of him. Gets that kill, and it's just a massacre. Hey, it's massacre after massacre. I don't think Talon have another fight in them in this game.
Yeah, this is just... It feels like it's over all of a sudden.
I think
you just can't get out on the map. You can't take the fight. How are you ever going to get to more survivability on this TA? This is the big problem in this game. The team fight synergy for Spirit is insane, and they are just going to run you over in this 20 to 30 minute period, and there's no one who can stand their ground. The Chaos Knight gives you a little mini break. At least even if you don't get the break, it's a hero that can just go on the Bristleback, make his life impossible. I mean, 23 is trying to get to a Lotus Orb here, basically second item after that Ag Shard, and he just runs around and solo kills people. And when the carry is creating this much chaos around the map shrinks so fast because everybody else can just play together. They can hold positions. They can hold wards. You can't run into them. You're worried about where the CK is. 22 Savage
out, not going to make it. Gets hexed up first.
Yeah, you're just dead. There's so little space to work with here because of where Yotaro is hiding. Brutal stuff. And that Silver Edge can always be built later on for another break. His life is not getting much easier here on the Bristleback. It's the Bounty Hunter effect, man. This hero just speeds up games so much with the extra gold, the extra vision.
Just stop leaving the base, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
If you stop leaving the base, you may as well just call it. You're not doing anything else in this game if you can't get out on the map.
I mean, they're just getting picked apart here. More and more track kills. That's a good one. Vacuum to pull him out of his rebound attempt. And WS is still being spotted by Rue. Blinks away, teleports out. One who got away.
But even then, if you control his illusions, it's a lot of his damage. So this Rolling Thunder can still do a lot of work with Global Silence on top of it if you can force Spirit to clump into it. That's going to be the tough part here, is how do you get Spirit to bite off more than they can chew?
Laurel, Shield Rune, finds the easy target. And that is going to be Cuckoo. Will tick out.
Way too easy. Rolling Thunder's already been expended, so you got to get something out of this.
Yeah, and it really hasn't hit anything. And it's certainly not saving 23 Savage's Bristleback, who will die again. The backlines and GG is called. I mean, that, I think we're waiting for that one for the last 6 or 7 minutes.
You're not coming back.
Just too many bad fights for this squad.
And this is not a game, draft-wise, where you can afford to throw away 1 or 2 bad team fights, because Spirit just get the auras online with the Darkseer, who already had the best laning phase out of everybody. Your Silencer liability is even more problematic because Bounty Hunter's ahead, he can go in more aggressively, the Ember can run at you. Everybody's just feeding off the backline in this game. The Bristle cannot stand on his own. He's basically just getting shackled most of the fights and sitting there and saying, somebody bail me out of this situation. And then Darkseer just makes everybody invincible. A very well-rounded draft from Spirit. All the synergies there. Makes the team fighting easy.
It is a Monkey King mid.
Okay.
Yatoro Nature's Prophet.
And it will be a Miposhka Winter
All
Wyvern.
right, let's.
So all of that conversation is to go into that Spirit were really confident in their picks just winning this laning phase, and they're showing why here is they have the top 3 CS on the board. It's very difficult for Talon to play aggressive into these support matchups, and generally when you win lanes with Magnus, you should feel pretty good.
The neutral creeps apparently playing for Team Spirit. Tossing Cuckoo in with the Tornado. WS looks like he's going to die in the bottom lane. That's going to be your first blood. TP out from the Magnus as Cuckoo and 23 Savage turn and fought Team Spirit. Shadow Realm still up for Rue, so he will survive there.
Get levels up on supports. Again, protect Makoto at all costs. You know there's going to be some aggression going in this Lina as this game picks up.
Miposhka trying to play for the power rune here. But Laurel actually gets a close range with Makoto. Dawnbreaker coming in, though, with the Solar Guardian. Now Laurel's in trouble. Bailed out for a second by the Cold Embrace. Still going for the kill, but the Jingu, it's healing him up, and Laurel might just be okay. WS is going to be gifted the Shallow Grave. Cuckoo trying to keep him alive. Still chasing after Laurel, who's got the poison on him. He'll take out eventually, but it's a deny. Rue managed to get it, and now Talon, the one upside of this was they were supposed to be able to kill, or at least get the kill for the Monkey King, get that gold, and instead they lose 4 and a deny on the Monkey King.
Especially once these ults are up on the supports, you can get cursed or you can get terrorized into the control. Laurel has a lot of protection behind him.
Caught Rue inside of the shards here. Laurel thinking about dropping the Wukong's command, does drop it to try and help out Rue. Cold Embrace goes out once again. Physical damage from Talon being prevented means they can't get the kill, at least not away. Curse is going to be used, gets a grab onto the Dazzle. The Dazzle's damage is going to be enough. They hit the Terrorize, only onto the Dawnbreaker. Full commitment to get the kill. Lots of heroes being thrown out here from Team Spirit, but they do get the kill in the end. And maybe a little bit more. Collapse not shy about dropping the ultimate here. RP onto Cuckoo secures a second one. So, Team Spirit, they threw around a lot of spells. Just full aggression from Team Spirit.
Maybe this game will be as one-sided as that game one. It's looking rough right now. We see them keeping this tower alive mid too. Like, you really love to keep these tier 1s up as long as possible if you're Talon.
You're gonna have to commit some more cores to defend it though. Laurel, he'll seize on the opportunity here.
Lina's just too weak to stand there.
And it's about to get weaker if he gets ganked. Now the RP, it does not hit the Dazzle, so there is a save available here. Makoto might just be able to live through this one. The Shallow Grave, the heals that's gonna come out. Snowball goes out, Terrorize pushes the Lina outside the Wukong's command. Laurel, unable to collect on a core kill here yet. Will maybe chase after WS or Cuckoo? No, thinks better of it. Right next to the tier 2, not worth it. A play move from Spirit that goes wrong this time as they lose.
Monkey King is a hero that takes it away from you very quickly if you start to lose those fights worse. So you just got to keep going even in these.
Yeah, you get the heroes start getting picked off, the towers are going to fall, and the map just gets real shrunk after that. Threatening the Doom, gets it onto the Monkey King. 23 Savage, not long for this world, is picked up by a Snowball. Maybe they can at least get the kill. There's that Winner's Curse. It doesn't do much damage, but that is enough in the end with the Splinter Blast. Nice Cold Embrace. That's going to bail him out from the Dawn. Not doing enough damage, nor is the Laguna Blade. That's not enough either. Oh my god. One little shining moment there for Talon.
The Toro might tick out.
He tries to get him with the blood grenade. He's dead. He's denied by Collapse. Once again, Talon will not get much out of the fight.
Denies are brutal in this game too.
Yeah, and that's really not going to change ever, right? Like,
no,
the best you could say is the Tusk can get a Blink Dagger and try and offensively blink on the supports, and then the Dawnbreaker Solar Guardians in, if they ever are the ones to start a fight. But right now, Team Spirit, they're just smothering Talon with their presence nonstop on the dire side of the map.
Taking advantage of the extra map mobility of their cores. 23 Savage going to get forced off
with
the
an amp
Wolf
damage. He almost can kill 23 Savage solo. Going after Collapse. Blink away before the snowball lands. Gets him on the punch. Laguna Blade throwing everything they have. Okay, the RP.
Wow.
It almost caught the two of them. They both would have died for it, but instead, they can walk away from Yatoro's presence. Now, there is still the Dark Will that's cutting up, but Rue's going to be here a bit too late. Dodging the Infernal Blade for now. LSA doesn't land. And it looks like he may just tick out to 23 Savage. 23 Savage got to be careful, though. The TP's coming in. Oh, he got the kill instantly off the Sprout. And now that Solar Guardian, it's looking a little foolish. But maybe Yatoro's the one looking foolish as he teleported into the middle of 4 heroes.
WS gets the streak 8x monster kill. That's a 1,500 gold kill. That evens out this lead a lot. There's got to be a stand somewhere here for Talon eventually. Like, you can bend in this game, but you can't break. You can only bend so much before that happens. TP Makoto up top. Not a lot of space to farm up here, so it signals you want to fight.
Run to the room. Oh, no.
Okay.
Blinks away as Laguna Blade now. The Boundless Strike. Wukong's man hits onto 2. Cuckoo gets the Shell Grave off, but the Lena's stuck in hell.
Completely done. I mean, the second these big ults go out and you catch 2+ heroes, it feels like the fight's over. There's no way you can turn that.
4 heroes did end up going through the gate. Yatoro teleports mid to push that in. So all the lanes are in pretty decent position for Team Spirit to make a smoke play here. And they show Laurel. They are baiting Laurel. And Talon, they seem to be on the hook right now.
Do have a ward down here. If the smoke breaks, could just find the Wyvern at the start.
Breaks on Maposhka. Yokum immediately tries to go for it, and they doom him. They want this Winter Wyvern out of this fight. And they will manage to get him. Now can they escape? Certainly not all of them. Terrorize being threatened, managed to get the side, but oh, it's a 3-man skewer. RP locked down. The Solar Guardian is gonna help him out, but there's the Terrorize to follow it up. All the AoE in the world from Spirit. They do manage to get the Monkey King at least, and they're fighting back pretty decently. Yokum, they almost got the kill into Rue. Not too bad for Talon. Sure, they got wiped, but hell, a 4 for 5 is way better than the 1 for 5 they did last time around.
Demon, as Talon have no answers right now for the team fight. They're falling a little bit behind in terms of farming around the map. Not as much as I would have thought, honestly. I guess that team fight salvaged a little bit of the momentum. They'll find another Doom on the Wyvern, but it will cost you your life.
Maybe Laurel dies for this. Oh, changing the guard, it gets him away. Laurel out of sight and stuck in the middle of the Wukong's command is WS.
Not enough backup for that play to work out. You're even going to get caught on the retreat.
Of course.
Easy pickings for the Magnus as he delivers the food straight to Yatoro.
Has Yatoro died to Talon since he's gotten all these kills? Can't remember, because one of his deaths was a deny in the middle of that one fight. When did his other death happen?
It was top Dire Jungle.
Pretty early on to the game?
He TP'd into 4 of them, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember now.
Been some time. And he'll clean up another freebie here. Do get
nice
collapse.
Pick off.
Yeah, Makoto finding a little opening here. I mean, honestly, if you took this Furion out of the equation, this game doesn't look too bad for Talon.
Oh, it looks very even, yeah. Teleport behind him.
In.
Makoto. Oh, okay. LSA Hurricane Pike him away.
Yeah, did not get the dodge on that one.
For the Watcher and the Ward that they have in this top lane. But sadly for them, Team Spirit have also smoked and are sweeping down. Though spotting the Lina is an excellent pickup. Almost managed to get the 100-0 real quick. Shallow Grave does go off. Makoto does what damage he can, gets Yatoro to about half. And he gets doomed. Call the Brace does go out though. And now the Solar Guardian, they are all in on this Nature's Prophet. And by God, they've got him. It'll cost them 2 cores, but that is 2,000 gold netted for that kill.
Honestly, it might be worth it in the end in terms of the entire trade.
Yeah.
Which doesn't say much good about your position, but you finally found that Doom onto the Furion connection. He's also so high level, he's off the map for a long time. I mean, that's
true.
It's a subtle win there.
Yeah, your other death timers.
So you have to make sure this curse goes out on multiple heroes at the start. This is going to give an opening to Talon straight into the pit. Bringing this game back, down 13K, but doesn't feel like it as this heal lineup is starting to come alive.
Rue. He can stall this. He's got the Terrorize.
This is a scary place to fight.
Threatening
all the
to
AoE.
use it. Yatoro, he's going to get vision inside the pit. 23 Savage instantly jumps him. Got off the Doom.
Oh, he's
and with
done.
the Makoto laying out the damage, he's gone. No healing coming his way due to the Doom. WS keeps back of the rest of the hero, and he's protected by the Dazzle. It's not much of a rebuttal initially from Spirit. Laurel's going to try. Shallow Grave goes out, a little bit of heal. Can he hammer himself out of all these brambles in the Wukong's command? He's stuck. Any more heals? Another nullifier could be used. Meanwhile, LSA from the pit. Snowball goes up. Cold Embrace to be able to help out the Magnus. Collapse at half HP. Gets hit by the Infernal Blade. Bound the strike over the top. Finish off the Tusk. And they got the Curse out.
There's the Grave.
There's the Shallow Grave, though. Bailing him out, perhaps. Another nullifier put to use.
alive.
But it looks like RP puts him down. Now it's going to be Collapse's turn, though, as he jumps in for the Doom and he dies for it. LSA turned back around. Laurel's in trouble. He's got another Cold Embrace. Maposhka keeps on trying to save these
bashed
heroes.
by Roche.
He gets bashed up by Roshan, bound the strike onto Lena, but now another Shallow Grave. He gets healed up. He's trying to put the damage on Laurel, finish him up before the Shallow Grave. It's not good enough. He can't do the damage. Laurel is too strong for now. Another Cold Embrace laid into place. The Tuscan WS holding on
nice
to him,
blink.
but they only have physical damage. He blinks away after the Cold Embrace. Now the Dazzle with another projection. Can he save himself? He can. He dies. Laurel still fighting it out. Has the Jingu stacks to teleport away, but denied by the Yules. In the end, they may not need Yatoro. Laurel will carry Spirit through the fight.
Dude, how do Spirit come out on top of this? They lose their carry right off the bat. This Dazzle got off at least 30 Shadow Waves over the course of this exchange. Brutal amount of healing for Spirit to fight through. They end up being able to prevail. That Roche is still up, by the way, and Yatoro's going to spawn. He's straight into the pit. He's like, good job, team. I carried that fight, but I'll give credit to you.
Is he going to do something desperate here? He's spotted by the Wrath of Nature. He knows he's spotted.
And there's no way to
die.
steal this, so another freebie into Yatoro's bank. I'm gonna waste some time at least, but yeah, man, what a crazy team fight. A lot of damage to deal with in the fight.
More and more Lincolns. 23 Savages game becomes harder and harder.
You have double Lincolns plus Lotus on that Wyvern. Not easy to go in anymore.
No. Yatoro teleports straight in. Putting Talon under the gun.
Got to wait for Doom to come back up. And ideally, you start the fight on the back line if you can wrap. I think taking this straight up is...
The Monkey King, he's sneaking up the side here. Got to be careful that one. He's going to throw out the Wukong's command from the side, catching the Tusk. There goes your Initiator, though the Shallow Grave might be able to bail him out for now. It's WS who's going to die from the Skewer instead.
Oh, beautiful concept there. Just start on two heroes. Gugu can only grave one. Almost a distraction technique going on this Tusk. They get the way bigger prize with the Horn Toss Skewer. And there's really nothing to interrupt Collapse anymore. I mean, he's got Lincolns to defend against
23
anything.
Savage, he saw that coming. But teleport on the other side, Yatoro said, remember me, 23 Savage. Look at the damage he's racking up. The Shallow Grave goes out, 23 Savage. He's making a run for it. He turns around and throws out the Doom. He knows he's dead. He does what he can, but it's simply not enough. Another Doom that will be wasted. No kill to be claimed here, and GG is called. Spirit will get there first, 2-0 of the Esports World Cup.
Very convincing series for them overall. I mean, they controlled both games pretty much throughout. They had massive gold leads. Yatoro showing us why he's still perhaps the best carry in the world, as outside of that one Roche fight where his team had to carry him, he was doing some work these games, especially with that the Chaos Knight in the game one looked really good. Here he's on a more meta carry.